There's gaffs in Liverpool, hypothetically, where you can go down, knock on the door, slip in there, and there's all little, you know, little quiet rooms on the side. And you're going through and you're thinking you're getting a little lap dance, everything's going sweet, floating down there. And out of nowhere, you just there, hey la, Frenchie. There he is, he's got a moustache across a kite. He's got a budgie suit on a luminous screen. He's sat there with Panama, causing murder with some little gringo called Birchie. 3 little lifters on a mission. Frenchie looked about 5 foot because he was on his knees, mate. It was disgusting. Made me sick, it did. Never went for a lap dance in my life. I think, trust me, kidder. Especially down that South End, mate. I'd never been to the South End in my life, like. And then I got in this Jeep with some fella and he went, come on. Some fella used to think he could rasta. Jojo McNally. Big ginger fella, big stocky, gangbang, like old school notorious gangster Jojo Mac was. And he was around Tommy and all that, and then I've just ended up going with him on these little drives that he was always going to, you know, this Joe Mac. So anyway, he's got me in this Jeep Land Rover Tommy's. He said he's going to meet his mate in the South End. I've never been up the South End like this. And back in the day, Granby Street was like a street in America. Honest to God, it was just heavy. And it was rare you seeing a white kid just floating down there, mate, especially with red hair. But Jojo, mate, they all loved him, and it was weird. He spoke that fatwa and that. Is that what they speak? Patois or something. So I've gone down there. I'm not lying to you, it's getting dark. And it's not racist when I say this, but trust me, I couldn't see nothing. And then all of a sudden it was like, shit, where have you got me here, Joe? Don't worry, mate. My mate's running this place, talking about mad Panama and that. And that's who we're going to meet, this Panama. Anyway, I've gone down this path and he's took me to this place called the Blues Bar. I was just shitting myself, just thinking, what the f*** he brought me here for? I just thinking, wow, I've never seen this shit, it's ruthless. I know the smell of crack. Gone into this Blue Bars where I'm looking for one of his mates, and it's just like, they're all blazing crack in there, and that was mad, mate. I'm thinking, oh no. Joe Mackler, what a guy, mate. What a dude he was, lad. Panama, and he was like the link of North Liverpool and South Liverpool. Do you understand what I mean? Like Tommy and that, and then Curtis Warren and that. So you had like the thing. That was a regular thing. Curtis Warren was always around Tommy. When he was on this side of the water, Tommy was his link. When he was over there abroad. Got oi saying shush, oh, because you don't know none of this, lad. Oh, this is my life, lad. You know, I can speak about it. Stop talking your shit. I'm not speaking about anyone's life. They was in my life, so I'm speaking about it, mate. Shut up. Yes, the pharmacist. I didn't know them back then as well. That's the point I'm making to you. Didn't have a clue who he was. You only realise who you're around when you get older. When you're a kid, you're just amongst these fellas that's giving you dough and you're doing them, running around like a knobhead for them. I was like a T-boy. So we always used to go fishing and that. And I'd be like the little T-boy. Do us a favour, Darren, lad, knock a spliff off. It's me bird's eye. Sound, Tommy. Zeb. Zor 1, 2, 3. Sit there doing nighters fishing, just blazing weed, chilling out. Away from all the bullshit that drug dealing brings with it. Sometimes the whole mission was about drug dealing. Go fishing every weekend for a good month, just dropping parcels off all over the gaff. Was it worth it? Which? Going fishing? What do you mean worth it? You got a clue what you say in your helmet? Was it worth it? Was your bird worth having a kid to? Did it turn out like you could expect it at your helmet? Is that why you sat down a boozer every weekend getting pissed? Was it worth it, lad? Hey? Look at the state of your bird now, lad. Head fell off, didn't it? Was it worth it? Yeah, he had a boss time, lad. Got kidnapped and that. Imagine that, mate. Tommy Gilday, Joe Math, Purple Aki, Mick Carroll, the serious one, George Bromley Jr. and Tommy Gilday slamming it to you, grabbing you, banging you on the back seat in between Big Perps and George Bromley Sr. Piss myself. Simple as that, just piss myself. I'm getting murdered here by these. Got took back to Tommy's, mate, got put in the kitchen. And luckily, they found the dough. Misplaced the money. But because I'd had a run-in with them like the month before over money going missing, instead of them having a little look round, they just automatically jumped that I'd been at the dough again. I'm not lying, you know. Thought I'd kidnapped dough. We had something like, so every at the end of at the end of every month, or let's say every week actually, depending on what was happening, I could be sitting in Tommy's. I would have stayed out of Dyson Hall and slept in theirs on Friday, because Kate was my bird at the time, his eldest daughter. I would have stepped in the weekend, and over that weekend, when Kate and the Mars and the sunbed gaff and all out and about, Tommy would be doing a shit in the garden, and you just have heads from all over Liverpool coming to his and just dropping plastic bags off of dough. And he'd just bang them behind the couch. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then he'd move them. And that's what he'd done this time. He thought he'd left it there, but he'd moved it. And when he realised it's gone from there, instead of checking, he said, that cunt was here. Find him. Throw me a grand, like, when he realised the mistake he'd done. Sorry, lad, yeah. Come back round tomorrow, see you later. Used to spoil me, they did, mate, honest to God. Used to get major dough off them, like. So I told you the way we used to bash swag with them and that, didn't I? Told you that story, didn't I? Yeah, we done major missions with that firm, like, as kids. Well, they were all older than me. I just tapped into it because of there was a car accident. The kid's been badly damaged in the middle of the road. I've picked the kid up, went down to this house. This big airy ass fella steamed out at me, and his name was Tommy Gilday. From that day on, I just got brought into their little setup. And whatever their setup was, if there was things that I could be doing, I was doing. You know, you had all sorts of lads off the estates were getting paid by Tommy and that. You know, some were burning clubs down, some were attacking taxi gaffs, or doors were doorman and he wanted, you know, shit like that. There was just loads of madness going on when we were kids, like, with that firm. That's the first time I met Willie Moore. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the fella that came to kill me and kill Craig, I first met him when I was a kid with Tommy Gilday. It was Tommy Gilday's partner. Willie Moore was Tommy Gilday's grafting partner. And the girl that his bird, not Veronica, his other bird called Nicola Curry, who became the witness against me in my murder trial, but she got proved that she was lying, you know, lying for him to get me gone. So even that mad setup there, it's weird, isn't it? It's always been a shit house, that Willie Moore as well. Know what I mean? Always. And he's always had a little thing against me and Danny. You know, because he had daughters and they used to be on the park and they were just horrible, spoiled, dead fat birds, dead horrible. Natalie, Kirsty. They're all skinny and that now because we know the drug money got all these mad operations and shit. But we didn't give a f*** he was. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we used to just skip them. And they'd go back, thank you, the Skittles. And some little ugly looking come round in his big car. Hey, you saying to my daughter? You know what they're like, don't you? There was another time I met that Willie Moore as well. So we'd been on the graft, been on the mooch, and we managed to get something like 4 PlayStation games brand new. So we went on to Lansdowne Estate, and this is where, I didn't know this Willie Moore at this time, but this is where he lived. He lived on the Lansdowne Estate, right? We've gone on the estate looking to sell these things, you know, to Dean Leslie or Tynan or one of the kids off there. And as we're on there, some lad with blonde hair, tall, skinny kid went, "What are you selling?" And we went, "These games." So he's come over to look at the games and snatched them and ran. Ran into this back garden in Lansdowne. Didn't know whose it was. So we've chased him. Give him a few slaps and that. Got our games back off them. And as we're about to leave the garden, what he's ran into, these 2 fellas run out the house with bricks and bats and shit. It was only Willie Moore and a fella called Frank Malloy. The kid was his son. Some of you might know Frank Malloy, but he was bang at it years and years ago. So then, now we're having it with this Willie Moore in the garden. But Tommy knows us. Right, so now we've had this madness. We've given this Frank Malloy's son a black eye. Frank Malloy weren't there, sorry, but his son was, and he's gone into Willie's house. And Willie's come out like a gangster and being told straight and slapped up and shit. So now, the G's have offended these gangsters in the area, Willie Moore. But Tommy knew us, so now Tommy's like, "We need to speak to you." I've gone round there. What happened, Darren? I'm with his daughter, so I'm getting the benefit of the doubt. What happened, Darren? We've had games. He robbed them, ran away, so we slapped them up, took them back. He came out of the house, started running his mouth off, so we belted him with bricks and got off. Is that what happened? Yeah. You lying little prick. Frank, his dad, jumped up. "You little shithouse lying rat." Slapped that Tony Malloy up, his son. Sent him on his way.